Welcome to Dropping Gems After Show. On this episode, we will be sharing the extended version of my interview with Haley Moon. She resides in North Carolina with her dad and her dog Oreo. She's a precocious middle schooler and the author of the book Rules of a Big Boss, a book of self-love. Her hobbies include singing, dancing, writing, drawing, and learning all about entrepreneurship. Her book, Rules of a Big Boss, is about her personal journey of how she overcame depression, anxiety, betrayal, and she rose up to discover the lioness within. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this interview. You are watching Dropping Gems After Show. We are having a giveaway. We are giving away a Roku Premiere valued at $50. You could watch live TV or do HDR streaming. Most importantly, you can catch past and present episodes of Dropping Gems. In order to win this Roku Premiere, all you have to do is tag me on Instagram at Dropping Gems with a Z and use the hashtag Meditative Moment Challenge. You could share your favorite quote, inspirational picture, or your favorite meditative pose. The winner will be selected this fall. For inquiries for sponsorship or advertising on this program, email info@KeishaChristian.com for more information.
Welcome to Dropping Gems, an academy for holistic studies. Learn how to treat seasonal allergies and year-long allergies naturally with Keisha Christian. Her courses have helped parents, teachers, naturalists, and therapists reassess the way they handle allergy symptoms. Registration to our class is now open. Reserve your spot today. You can also become a certified holistic studies practitioner with us. Be empowered with knowledge and help us in spreading the positivity with the rest of the world. Visit www.droppinggemsacademy.com or email us at info@KeishaChristian.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much, Hallie, for coming on the show today. I'm so excited to have you. She's one of our entrepreneurs under the age of 20. Hallie is an author. She's an entrepreneur, and I have to say I am so honored, and I feel so blessed to have her on my show today. I must say, although for your age, I really do look up to you, and I'm so proud of all the things that you are doing. The fact that you are an entrepreneur and an author at age 12, I think is phenomenal. And I have to say thank you so much for coming on and sharing with my audience today. She's the author of the book, The Rules of a Big Boss. So we're going to talk a little about her book and other things that she's doing within her company. Thank you, Hallie, for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Glad to be on here.
So I want to know, what inspired you to actually write a book?
I've always wanted to write a book, but I didn't really know what to write about. And I know that I've struggled with my self-esteem in the past. And since we've been quarantined and it was summertime, there was nothing else to do. I was bored. And I decided to finally write about it. And I was like, hey, why don't I write something that will help people with their self-esteem? Because I know this is something that I wish that I had, so why not share with other people?
Cool, I like that. So instead of just sitting around playing video games or talking on the phone, because I'm thinking about things I did when I was 12, you actually decided to write a book. Very impressive.
Thank you.
What made you decide on that title, The Rules of a Big Boss? And what does that mean to you?
As far as the title goes, I was honestly, I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw something that said like Big Boss, and I was like, what's that? And I was on somebody's live when I heard this because that's what she had called herself, and I was like, huh, that would be a really good title for a book. So that is what made me write that out. And as far as the rules goes, like that actual part, um, I had inspired the book off of Amber Rose's book, her book about self-love. So that's where I had gotten that part from, and I just put them together, and that's how I got the title. And what it means to me is basically just being yourself and being the best person that you can be.
Oh, I like that. So it's like you're taking control of your life.
Yes.
And not letting other people define who you are, in a sense.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, nobody knows you like you would know yourself.
Oh, I like that. And then you actually are a boss because you have your own company, which is great.
Yeah.
So not only that, not only you writing this book and using what was around you to create what you have now, you took that and now you are expanding into other things, which I think is great. And this came all out of the pandemic. So this is really, that's really admirable. So I want to know, do you want to take this book now and make it a part of a series? Like, what do you plan on doing with this book?
I do plan to make it a series. This one was just about like the basic stuff that you need for your basic self-care. And the next one will most likely be more being deeper into more of emotional and mental health, and possibly like psychology, because that also has a part to play, and how you react to other people and how you can see how other people react to you. Because something that I wrote in the book is saying when you're not wanted. So that has to do with psychology. You can just tell in a person's body language when you're not wanted there or when they don't like you. So I think that's important, and that's probably something I'm going to put in the book.
Okay, so you're really going into nonverbal and verbal cues from other people. So seeing
Yes.
I know, like, growing up, and you think about peer pressure and wanting to be a part of a group, you know, really understanding what groups or what group of people you should be attracting to yourself, and knowing when that group is not the group for you, so to speak. I don't know if that's the way you want to go in your book.
Yeah, a little bit of both, maybe.
Okay. Will you also be talking about peer pressure?
Yes, that's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Did you start writing this book, or it's just like you have an outline, or you just have some ideas?
It's just some ideas that I'm gathering from stuff that's going on in my life right now, what's going to continue to go on. So I'm just gathering those ideas and gathering that information.
Oh, that's nice. And the fact that you want to even add the mental health component, because sometimes we don't think about what children are going through, or even adolescents are going through as far as mental health, especially during this time, because they're being affected by this pandemic too. You know, not being able to go out, not being able to interact with your friends the way you would like to. So all of those do impact us, especially those who are coming of age. So it's really, that's, I have to say, that's really very smart of you to include that in the book. And you're talking about it from your experience and from your vantage point or your viewpoint. And you're able to help then other young people understand and deal with their feelings. Because, you know, in the case, it's all right to have these emotions, but knowing what to do with them is very important as well.
Yes.
Will you be consulting with anyone as far as any mental health professionals or anything like that, or even getting resources from those professionals?
Yes, that's something that I definitely should do because, I'm not experienced in that. I can only say what worked for me, but sharing other people's research and talking to other people about it that are actually experienced would definitely be more effective.
Yeah, so definitely, yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. That book is going to be powerful. Definitely. I could definitely see that. That book is going to be quite powerful. So I want to know, as far as your company goes, I know you have the book and you sent me a lovely mug. Thank you so much. I'll be drinking my herbal tea.
You're welcome.
My herbal tea and my lemon water. So as far as your company goes, I know you have your book. You're also an author, but you also have other things that you sell in your at your company as well. So what are some of the things that you actually sell?
I sell accessories such as canvases with the logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I sell jackets, joggers, I think that's what it's called, leggings, um, sweatshirts, hoodies, tote bags, mugs, like you already have. And that's all.
Yes, and I noticed that you had a t-shirt line as well. So you have the t-shirts that you sell as well. That's cool. That's nice. I like how you really branched out. So you decided to write this book during the pandemic. And then from there you branched out and wanted to have apparel as well, which is really good. That was very smart. You're creating multiple streams of income. Very smart. But what made you decide to even do clothing?
I've always loved fashion and things that relates to that. That's like something that's almost a part of my personality because it's something that you can express yourself with. So I'm like obsessed with anything that has to do with clothes, jewelry, hair, things like that. And that doesn't mean that I'm like materialistic or anything. I just like style and how things look. I really appreciate beauty, so I've always wanted to do something that pertains to that, regardless of what job that I have.
Okay. So you're using this to you're actually merging two things that you like. It seems as though you like writing and you also like fashion, and putting that together in the company is really good. And using your logo, the rules of a big boss. I like that. Would you be doing that for the next book? Are you going to create another logo, or is it going to be like part of a series or whatever?
Same logo.
Same logo, but it's okay. So your book is part of a series, The Rules of a Big Boss.
Yes.
Also, it'll be a book series. Yes. Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me, for you, what is the most important rule of being a big boss?
Self-love.
Yes, can you go more into that? Like, what do you mean by self-love? Why is that so important?
It's so important because when you love yourself, like I know, for example, a lot of people used to run me over at school, and I would have trouble saying no a lot. I would always say yes, and I was like a doormat to everybody, and that was because that I was insecure. I didn't think that I could really make decisions on my own. So I just went with what everybody else did, and that was because I didn't love myself. And I see that that's important that I do now, because if I don't, or anybody for that matter, more than likely they're going to be ran over, they're going to be used, and that's going to cause a lot of depression and possibly even anxiety in someone. So I feel like that's the most important thing.
Nice. Self-love. And even as running a company, when you have love for self, you're able to then those people, because eventually you're going to have people working for you. You're going to have employees. And having self-love, you're able to then show that and show as an example as a leader as well. So
Yes.
very important that we do have self-love and know how to take care of self. Yes, you're going to be a very good leader. I see that.
Thank you.
What is your greatest motivation?
God.
Yeah, okay.
That would definitely be my greatest motivation.
And why do you say that?
Because without him, I wouldn't be anywhere in life.
So you're really you're strong faith-based. So your faith in God
Yes.
is your greatest motivation.
Yes.
That's powerful. And can you tell me what is actually next for you? What are some things that you would like to do next? Besides, I know you have your clothing line, your apparel. You also you have your book. So what else? What's next for you?
I'm not even gonna lie. I do want to get into modeling.
Ah, okay.
And I also, this is probably like not gonna happen, but it's still like a goal, something that I do want to achieve. But I do want to be, and this is like maybe as a teenager or maybe as an early adult or whatever it's called, I forgot. Young adult. I want to be like almost like an actress.
Oh, you want to be an actress?
So, yes.
Oh, but why isn't that possible?
Because I live in an area where stuff like that in movies aren't really made here. So that wouldn't really be possible unless I maybe moved to somewhere like Florida or maybe California.
You say that, but all things are possible. You know
True,
what?
but is it happening right now?
You know what? Do you have a book where you write down the things that you wish to achieve?
I have a vision board.
Yeah, and then you could also, beside your vision board, you could also have a book. And in your book, you write down and you say, I am. Because anything you say after I am actually changes it shifts your destiny. You understand what I mean? So you don't worry about how it's going to happen. You just know what you want to happen, if you follow me.
Kind of like the law of attraction, basically.
It is, actually. It's one of the laws, the Hermetic laws. So the law of attraction. Yeah, exactly. So you don't worry about how that's going to happen. If that's your desire and that's something you want to happen, you just say, I am an actress. You know what I mean? And then you don't worry about how you're going to become an actress or where it's going. You don't worry about that part. And I'm talking about from personal experience because it's something I actually do myself. You follow me?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. I want you to think about it in that way. All right? Last question I want to ask you. As far as like with your writing and your designing experience, what have you learned? And what can you actually share with other young entrepreneurs like yourself who are thinking about starting a business?
One thing that I have learned is that when you actually want something, you want to achieve something, you have to go for it. You can't think about like the what ifs. I know I just did that. That was wrong. But you can't think about the what ifs, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, as I like to say. Mm-hmm. You have to think about what you want and like go after that. So if you want to start a business, you have to go for that. You have to do the things to make that possible and possibly reach out to people who can help you. And in your circle, this is important. And you want to make sure that you have supportive people so that when you're doubting yourself, those are the people who will help bring you back up.
Yes, nice. And I like the fact you have a vision board. So when you're doing this, you also need to have a vision as well. So you need to constantly see your goals, see where you want to be, even if it's at the end of this year. And it doesn't matter how old you are. These are things that you stay focused on. Definitely. Because your age, I wanted to be an actress. And I actually did act, you know. I wanted to be a model. I modeled. You know what I mean? So it is quite possible to do that. I wanted to be on TV. I got a show. You know what I mean? And I was a kid when I said that I wanted to be on TV. And now, look, I am. I mean, I waited a while, but you know, all things are possible. All things are possible. So definitely. So Hallie, can you share with my audience where can we find you? And where can we buy your products? Your books, your apparel, all of that. Where can we find you?
You can find me at my website, which is thebookofselflove.com, and on my Facebook, which is the same thing but without the .com, and it's the same on Instagram. And yeah, that's where you can find me at.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'll be including the website and all of that. So definitely, everyone, I want you to check out Hallie Moon. And I have to say that I am so elated that you took the time out today to come on my show. Thank you so much. And do you have any parting words or any lasting words you want to leave with my audience today?
Start your beginning and don't look for the ending.
Yes, I like that. Start your beginning and don't look for the ending. Yes. Don't be attached to outcome. That's how I interpret it. You go ahead and don't be attached to the outcome, which is beautiful. And it's wonderful that you discovered that at this age. That's beautiful. So thank you, Hallie, for coming on my show today. Thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
Thank you, everyone, for watching Dropping Gems. I would like to thank our guest, Hallie Moon, for coming on the show today. It's such a pleasure having you on. You truly have a bright future ahead of you. And I would like to thank you, my viewing audience, for watching today's episode. Thank you so much. Holistic health and much abundance to you. See you next week. Peace and blessings. Bye.